beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I have 3 of my beautiful mum friends with me and we are talking about all the things that we wish we knew before we had kids. They're about pregnancy and birth and breastfeeding. So if it's TMI, turn it off or fast forward because we're gonna get pretty real with you today. Yeah. How about we all introduce ourselves?
My name's Samara.
My name's Jo.
And my name's Emmelene.
Welcome. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe down below and let's get to it. I'm so excited. Okay, Joey, tell me something that you wish you knew before you got pregnant or had a baby.
Well, something about pregnancy, I think it would have been really great just to do a bit more research about things that I might like to think about when I do exercise. I might have pushed myself just a little bit too much in my second trimester, and I think yeah, just preventing injury is a really good idea, just to really research what's safe and talk to professionals that you know if you're into fitness or anything like that. And obviously it's a good idea to try and stay healthy and have some sort of plan around that. That's what I'd recommend with pregnancy at least.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Mine on that would be actually do some exercise because I didn't. And not that I didn't know what not to do, I just couldn't find the energy to do it. But I feel like if I did a little more, I'd get a bit more energy during the pregnancy and just get my body a little bit better when it came to delivery and actually having that newborn. Samara, what are you, anything?
I wish I kept swimming up. I started swimming
that's a nice
and that
idea.
was really good, but then I stopped and I wish I'd kept going because I felt really good while I was doing it.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, most of us went through pregnancy together. So my tip, and something I wish I'd known during, is never ever compare yourself to your friends or to anyone online or in the movies, because everyone is different. The movies are generally fake. You know, that movie where there's all these pregnant women and she just sneezes and the baby pops out. Inaccurate, totally fake. Do not compare yourself with anyone because every pregnancy is different for every woman and every baby is going to be different. So I'm hoping the next one is different again to what I had last time. So always just be yourself and enjoy it. What was the next thing?
Birthing.
Here is where the TMI comes. So preface, whatever, we're going to be talking real. So if you don't like blood or anything like that, just skip because it could get real. But this is all good things to know, hence why we're talking about them, because some things you need to know. So for me, post-baby, or during labor, birth, we're talking about birth. Don't plan too much.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's cool. It can be totally not what you wanted. We are all Christians and we all believed in this thing called supernatural pregnancy or delivery, and that's when it just goes perfectly. It's fast, there's no pain, there's all these things, and some people would call it hypnotic birthing. Same sort of vibe, same sort of thing. So it's just like, you know, everything is calm, everything is peaceful. It's not all the time. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's perfect.
Yeah, it would be good.
But really sometimes it's not, and it can go from perfect, peaceful to total chaos in like 20 minutes. So just be open for anything. You know, the doctors know worst case scenario. They understand what's going to keep you and your baby safe, so trust them as well. For me, I ended up having to have an emergency cesarean, and Zion wasn't dying then and there, but they knew that if he waited any longer, there was a huge danger for him and me. So you got to trust your medical practitioners as well. What about you? You were talking about the epidural, Jo.
Oh, me? Yeah. Oh, yeah. So before going into birth, you know, I would have loved to just have everything purely natural. Even a water birth would have been great. But yeah, I ended up taking the epi. Just wasn't dealing with contractions the best. I was induced. And yeah, I just say that the epi isn't that much of a big deal. I used to think it was this massive big deal. Oh my goodness, if you get the epi, it's like
the needle's like this big.
Yeah, it goes into your bag, you know, all these things that happen. But honestly, it was actually a blessing to me. Drugs are good sometimes. I'd say that.
Yes,
but
so good.
So it actually really helped. So just, yeah, it's really good to know not to feel any guilt with whatever path you end up choosing. I mean, you can pre-choose a path, but if that doesn't go to plan, like, it's really good just not to feel any guilt with anything that happens. and just to be thankful for whatever the doctor offers you and whatever is on offer, because you know, I know that back in the day there was a lot of women that actually, you know, passed away or their children's passed away
for sure.
because there wasn't all this medical help. So I'm just really thankful that there was actually different options out there to help. So yeah, that's
Absolutely.
me anyway.
Yep. This time, if I get to that natural labour and delivery, epi is on my list. So
Oh, at the end of the epi as well,
Yeah.
I still managed to push and I still managed to feel more than what some people have said. Like some people say, if you get the epi, you're just lying flat on the bed. They actually managed to turn me over, and like I could push a bit that way and turn me over in different ways. So it wasn't like just completely like lying there flat, completely numb. So yeah, you have control over how much, and they actually give you a cooling off period so that you can feel a little bit more, so you can feel a little bit more contractions for that final pushing stage. So
I love that.
Yeah. So
I had the epi as well. I didn't get to the pushing stage, but with the epi, don't freak out. Epidural. Let's don't call it an epi. We're not talking about your allergies here. But I ended up having the epidural, and in the moment, you do not care about a needle going into your back because you are focusing so much on your contractions that whatever's going on in your back doesn't matter. The only people that will get affected are your helpers.
That's right.
My husband had to step out of the room because it was too much for him. And that probably on me as well, something I wish I'd known. Your support people, they probably will freak out as well at a point. My mum has seen multiple births, but at a couple of points she had to step out of the room, not because she couldn't handle it, but because she couldn't handle her baby going through pain. So just work with them too, but make sure you have some support people because it's gonna help. But if you want to hear more of our birth stories, let us know. Because I love talking about them.
It's fun,
It's fun now, it wasn't fun then. But if you want to let us know and write in the comments and we'll let you know. Okay. And with ours, like we said, everything is different. So Em, how's your birth story?
So I had a scheduled cesarean because my son was breached the entire way. So at first, when I was first told that to me, it was the end of the world because obviously in my mind I had imagined this natural birth. But I think for now, to be honest, it's not that big of a deal. So if you are in a situation that you do get told you need to have a scheduled Caesar, embrace it. At the end of the day, you still have your beautiful baby to hold, and at the end of the day, it really wasn't that big of a deal. But in my mind, when I was going through it, I did think it was a big deal.
In the moment, it is a big deal, and let yourself work through those emotions. Because it's real, and your husband probably won't understand either. So talk to somebody that gets it. Like these guys. Samara, what about you?
I did end up doing it all natural, but it was the worst pain of my life. I should have taken the epidural. I was stupid. For months afterwards, when people said, you know, you'll forget the pain that you went through afterwards, I didn't forget. It was still really strong in my memory. So now, 20 months later, I have forgotten. So
good.
It took a while.
Making you relive. But when you do hold that baby in your arms, for that moment of time, I mean, you can still feel everything going down, but it's totally worth every little minute of intensity.
it's really true.
All right, so you've done your hard work, the baby is out, post-birth begins, and this is real. I mean, so real. Something I wish I'd known, cramping. Post-birth cramping. I didn't know, I didn't realize contracting isn't just for labor, it's gonna happen after you've given birth as well.
And in the middle of breastfeeding.
Oh, oof. That's one in itself. We'll come back to that one. But your body has to go back to its position before you had a baby in there. So everything's gotta move back. And I didn't have to deal with it as much in the first couple of days. For me, it hit me probably day 4 or 5. Because I had emergency cesarean, they gave me medication, so I didn't feel much going on. But afterwards, it was cramping. So that's definitely something just to keep out for.
But it's actually good because it's contracting your uterus back to its original
Exactly.
state. So a lot of the pain you feel in that is actually really positive because telling you your body's doing
What a
its job.
lesson. Positive. Look at the positive in the pain. But we're talking about like bleeding.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Post-birth bleeding is it's real and it's as intense, more intense than a period. So what do you have to say, ladies? Natural mamas?
I think, everyone, it lasts different time lengths for everyone. I think for me it was about a month. And it's just another thing you have to think of on top of looking after your newborn baby and breastfeeding and all the other things. So it's really something that doesn't get spoken about. But it's a huge part of that first month.
Huge.
Yes.
Huge. Yeah, I hate having my period normally, let alone with a baby that needs you at all times. So it was a real stress on my body and physically, you know, feeling weirdly, but feeling dirty when you're trying to just make everything so clean that just, I know period isn't dirty, but you just kind of feel like you're just always unclean. And that was something I didn't think that would affect me as much. Because when my period happens normally, it's fine. But in that scenario, it was quite different. And mine, I had a cesarean, as Emmelene did, and mine lasted just as long as a natural. I just, not a full period, but it was at least spotting for up to 6 weeks. So everyone's different again, which is something I didn't know.
So and you need pads on hand.
Big ones.
The big ones. That's right. The maternity ones.
Don't try to get the skimpy little ones.
With wings.
Yeah.
For protection. You really need that.
And some grandma undies. I needed high-waist undies.
High-waisted.
Especially because of my cesarean scar. I needed something over. Don't even try to put anything on that.
Granny undies all the way.
And you can get them so cheap. I may have worn them for a few months after.
Or continued. Or still.
There's a few in my drawer. It's so good.
Mum life.
Yeah, mum life's so good. What else did you not know what happened with birth?
Colostrum. So for the first 3 days, depending on the person, you get colostrum come in, and it's like a sticky yellow substance. You can get it before you give birth as well.
Just something you didn't know, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
that was a new thing. Yeah. So you get colostrum first, and then after the colostrum, then you get the breast milk comes in. When your milk comes in, these get really big and really gorged, ready to feed your baby, which is amazing.
And sometimes really painful.
Yes, it can be.
Affects every woman different, but when your milk comes in, it can really, really hurt. What
You
else?
also leak at the top as well. So beware. If you are the type of person that doesn't wear bras at home or at night in bed, that may have to change if you don't want everything saturated in milk. But that's, up to you. But I suppose like if you're in summer, it might be okay, but in winter, you kind of want to keep everything dry. So not sponsored, but Bonds. I found Bonds really good.
I love Bonds too.
They're sports type bras, really comfortable. Like low support, just very comfortable, and you can just put some liners in there just so that when you're feeding, the other side lets down, which means that the milk comes out. I found everybody's different, and so that would just soak up all that extra while she's feeding on the other side.
Let down.
And then you also randomly have leaking.
Tell us, let down. Tell us
Let
about the let
down.
down.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're on breastfeeding now. Just like move forward a little.
Sorry about that. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't realize how much milk came out when you're feeding on one side and the letdown on the other side. I literally, if I was at home, I had a towel that I would just put on there because the other one just flowed out.
And what product did you end up
Which
buying?
the Haka.
Yeah.
I recommend using a Haka.
What do we say? Let's say goodbye to you.
Yeah.
Just gonna say goodbye.
I thought you were going to say.
So a Haka, for those people who do not know, it's like this little plastic cup thing that suctions onto the other breast. So when you're feeding, it collects all of the letdown, and then you can use that letdown to freeze or to feed to your baby. You can also, breast milk is amazing. You can use it to have a breast milk bath for your baby. So if there's any rashes, it clears up rashes. You can, Samara made
Made a breast milk cream.
How'd you do that?
It had like beeswax and some vitamin E oil and breast milk and
All natural,
Yeah.
organic,
a natural
beautiful.
cream for Bub when they were little.
and it's liquid gold. You do not let a single drop go to waste.
Yeah, if you know, you know. So just don't waste that. It's good stuff. As well, something I didn't know is that when you just randomly, if your breast is engorged, it will just spit out. So in the shower especially, I remember the first time I was having a shower and all of a sudden they just like, and I kind of freaked out. I didn't know what to do. But so they've minded their own for a little bit, especially in that first week or two when your milk just comes in full force. Then it balances out a bit. It does balance out, don't worry. They're not crazy forever, but it does balance out and it goes back to normal.
I think after about 3 months,
Yeah.
starting to get normal now.
Oh wow, so Jossie, like I said before, most experienced woman, she just had her little baby when? How long ago?
April.
How many months?
3 months.
3 months, 3 months, yeah. So Adeline is 12 weeks.
Yeah.
So she can talk to you firsthand, breastfeeding. Is there something that you didn't know this third time? Was it different at all?
It was much easier. Because I had the experience with my first and my second. The third time it just sort of flowed and happened, and she just latched on really well. So
Yeah,
it
that's
was a lot
great.
easier.
First time around, for me, something I didn't know as well was how much it was going to hurt every time they latched. So it was literally like winching and pain because everything is just so sensitive.
Yeah.
But they get really strong really fast. So that's something I didn't know too. I didn't know how long the pain was going to last, how long it would hurt every time they latched. But everyone's different again. Your experience was really smooth, hey?
Yeah, my son latched on really well and it was a great experience. Still painful at the start. Don't get me wrong, when that milk comes in, you do know about it, but it does get better and it's a great experience.
Yeah. I didn't know as well how long I'd breastfeed for. My experience wasn't the best, my milk wasn't the best. It could have to do with things I was eating. It could have to do with how much I was feeding and how much I was formula feeding because we did a mixed thing. So again, how long? Some only a month, some 2 years. So everyone's experience is different there too.
Yeah. So before I had my first child, I thought pregnancy was going to be amazing, and it was good, but I didn't know that I think it's because of my short stature. I didn't know my hips and my back were gonna ache. I didn't know I was gonna get really sore, bad pubic pain down there every time I walked, and so I had to stop work a little bit early. And then after she was born, I didn't know you molt so much. Like I would lose this here, and then just like my normal hair just like came out, and I'm molting now with Adeline. Little mum hack as well, when you lose this part of your hair, I figured out with my third, you just cut a fringe, and then when you wear your hair high, you don't show that baldness.
Put a headband on or a hat. Something I didn't know as well, that your body does really crazy things during pregnancy. So I had so much fluid, especially in my legs and my face. My face swelled up so much. When I did comparison photos, that's when you can see it. In the moment, everyone's like, you're beautiful. And then you look at photos, you're like, oh my gosh. But my legs swelled so much. I had to get a massage, or we borrowed a massage chair just to release that pressure because they were so swollen. I mean, poke it like Play-Doh and it would stay. But as soon as I had Zion, it was gone. It was the craziest thing. Sleep. We talked about sleep. Come on, let's talk about sleep.
We can all talk on sleep.
Yeah. Or the lack of.
I think you do not know sleep deprivation until you have had a child. My son was waking every hour for a very long period of time, so I was extremely sleep deprived. And from somebody who really, really needs their sleep before children, I was actually surprised in how well your body just handles that lack of sleep. Like, don't get me wrong, I was extremely sleep deprived, but it's just amazing that you just put everything aside just to cater to your child's needs and just to put them first. So you will be able to handle it, you will survive, your child will survive, but yeah, get as much sleep as you can while before.
Totally. As much sleep, as many date nights.
Yes.
As many holidays, all the things that you can't really do with a baby or a toddler, do them beforehand. Because when you have that kid, something I thought but I really didn't know is you totally give all your attention to them. They are everything in that moment, and so they should be, because they're only that small once.
And it's amazing what your body can do as well. Like you, as just being motivated as a mum, when you're in pain, getting those cramps in the middle of the night and then your baby's crying because it's hungry, having to get up, just like getting out of bed, it hurts still. Yeah, and then just taking care of your child, you know, that's love.
That's it. Yep. You're a superhero. Your body is incredible, and just go with it and let everybody shower you with love and blessings and cleaning your house and letting you sleep, and because you're gonna need it. So utilize that strength around you in that moment. And I think that's all for now, because
We could
cover
talk
it up.
forever.
We could. There's so many more, but that'll do. Yeah, till next time. And this is baby Adeline, by the way. Yeah, it's our cute little new addition. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us, and thanks to these beautiful ladies for all your advice. Till next time, bye. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm here with 4 beautiful. I'm the 4th. That doesn't count. by myself. Okay, birth.
Yeah.
Did we say much in that, or did we just talk about stuff?
Yeah, we did.
We did. We did. Hey, that was just 3. Else. Oh.